Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hey, Juju. Hey, Grace. How y'all doing tonight? Let me share this bad boy real quick because I was bubbling water. I got too carried away, and I've been, I've had a day. It's been a rough one, but got a lot to talk about too. So I'll get there in 1 second. Hey, Sue Elliott. Okay, so the Seamonkey Saga. Okay, before I like everyone's like, oh no, I have made mistakes. Yeah, okay, yes, my first step is admitting I do have a horrible bubble water problem. That's my first. That's my first step of admitting I have a problem. Um, so have you ever done a project and you think you know what you're doing, and then you find out halfway that maybe you don't know what you're doing, and maybe you didn't start the right way, and maybe you're gonna have to slow down and go back to the beginning. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So I have noticed that like the number of my little brine shrimp colony is like they're slowly dwindling, and I'm like, where are they going? What's going on? Obviously, they don't just disappear. Um, so uh, hey, Mrs. C. So yeah, I'm like, what's going on here, right? And then um, I was talking to my husband and my sister-in-law about everything and how if if someone wanted to come back and watch what I've been doing and they did what I did, it wouldn't they'd have the same problems I did. So I'm starting kind of over. And I got too ahead of myself is essentially what it boils down to. So I noticed something today as I went back and I was watching all of the other brine shrimp um, content that I could find, right? From sea monkeys to brine shrimp to the artemia, everything from hatching to growing to raising to adult, all of it. Hey, Christola. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing something really wrong. And I figured it out. The one thing I noticed that all of them had that I did not have was algae. And what I was noticing more and more is that these YouTubers had big containers of algae just by itself. And if they didn't have the big container of algae and they had the actual containers they started them in, they were very small, right? Not like a big, almost 5 gallon aquarium. I did not kill Grace Case or Juju Monkey. They are still in there. We have two that are almost adults that I can see. There may be a couple more that are bigger. They are still in there. Like I have not killed them all. Luckily, I would be very sad right now. We'd have a crying mousy. I'd be like, oh my god, what have I done? But I think I've caught myself before I get to that point of, oh my god, what have I done? So I got looking into it on how to culture photoalgae and photoplankton. And so now I'm going to set that up in the morning. Essentially, I just need a 2 liter bottle, air, light, and heat. So I need a window seal, a little heater, which I have, and a bubbler, and I have that. So, um, one twaddle. um, because the problem is I can hatch them all day long. It's like I have a million of these little eggs. Um, so before I end up killing the whole slew of them that I have left, I know what I need to do. I've got to start the algae. And luckily, I was outside earlier, and one of my buckets that I use to collect rainwater has some algae in it. So I might be able to grab a little bit of it, throw it in the container, and that'll help move things along a little bit faster. Um, Another plus is that I am on well water, so that's cool. Um, I do not think yours did. I need to count how many like juveniles we have because I think we have 5 of them still in there. So yeah, I need to get the light on them in a little bit. Um, cheeseburgers, no man. So I'm gonna get this started, and I'm going to actually I have these pipettes coming that they use to actually pull them out of the water. And so the ones that I have left, I'm going to pull out of the big aquarium, which is going to be fun because you have to catch them, which I can get them all to swim to the light. And I'm going to put them in a smaller container to keep them alive. And yeah, but I can't believe I did not catch on to what was going on in the videos. And like I was thinking, to have these tanks with this algae, like it didn't make sense. So like I really think they were pulling algae from another source to feed them. Otherwise, they would have all died. Hey, fish nerd. Yeah, I haven't killed all mine yet. Um, I did start like some extra babies in there in the tank after I saw the first bigger ones, and when I put them in the new tank. So I do have a couple of the bigger ones left, and I'm hoping they do survive. But I'm gonna get them out of the tank tomorrow, and I'm gonna put them in some fresh salty water, nice and clean, so they can have some air, get them some fresh food in there, and start over. And um, yeah, so just gonna get it all restarted, redone. Actually set it up the proper way, and yeah. Oh well, yeah. If y'all go to Relarious, I'll probably be done here in just a little bit. I already streamed on Monday. My poor voice is like had it. I had like an awful day, y'all. Like it just today sucked. I've had bad days, but today just was like awful. Yeah, and I think that was some of what my problem was too, because I actually did have to like at one point skim off some of the water um, because I think I had it too salty. And when I put fresh water in it, they started doing, you know, a lot better. And I need to really measure that salt out because they can, you know, they're very like they don't need a whole bunch of salt, but too much salt is really bad. Hey, April, and you know, just like I said, it was a bad day because I realized, you know, I'd almost horribly messed up. You know, that I've almost squashed my whole little starter colony before, you know, I got it anywhere. And so I'm gonna just, you know, slow down. I'm gonna start some algae. I mean, I do have some in the tank. So my biggest goal is to get the tank fixed, get those guys out of the big tank, put them in something smaller, get the algae started, clean out the tank um, from all of the spirulina that I've been feeding them that they may have not eaten because that's going to muck up the water. And that's the other problem that this poses, right? Without already having the photo algae in the tank and without having the sea monkeys in there and them eating it and thriving and everything, you don't have filtration. Um, so this can go to a murky mess real quick, like foul water smell and everything. And I'm like, okay, before it gets there, you know, I've got to figure out what I did wrong. Like, what am I doing wrong that these other guys that have these big tanks are doing? You know, like there has to be a way. So, yeah. So I am gonna figure this out to where, you know, if someone wants to sit there and say, you know, here's how you raise sea monkeys and this is how they eat and this is what you have to have, you know, that someone could do it and replicate it and not do what I did and try to, you know, piece the stuff together because there's no real, you know, it's like, okay, well, yeah, you can go get the little, you know, sea monkey tanks or like one of the kits and, you know, buy an extra filter or not a filter, but an air pump and an air stone and a little heater and some lights. And, you know, it's just been kind of hard. Oh, hang on one second. I got a kiddo that needs a question asked. One second, y'all. Hang on one second, kiddo. Um, okay. How do I mute myself now? Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, y'all. Um, yeah, and you know, I like I said, I've like freshwater tanks are so easy. You know, you can pretty much get a filter and just toss one on, and you know, just change the water out. You know, sometimes go 3 weeks without having to do a water change. This is a little bit more complicated than that, and you know, I've seen some of these YouTubers say, okay, well, this is what you need, but you need more than what they're saying. Like, you need a lot more. um, oh, you can't hear me? What did I do? Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, at this point, it's like, man, maybe the killifish would be better. Like, they'd be easier. I am going to figure out these brine shrimp. I will do it. It may okay, hopefully y'all can hear me. Oh my god, what is going on here? Okay, can y'all hear me now? Okay, cool. I was like, man, come on. Like, because I did, okay, like earlier I caught part of EKC stream because she like started streaming at like 11 a.m. And yeah, it was they were having issues on their stream, and I'm like, man, last time I streamed, like I had horrible lag. Like all of a sudden, like y'all be chatting away, and then it would stop, and then it would just scroll up real fast. I was like, what is going on? So yeah, like it's just like top off my bad day. It's like the StreamYard is gonna just be a mess. It's just, man, I can't catch a break today. Yes, they are. They are a they actually they are a type of they're called brine shrimp, and that will or Artemia cyst is what their scientific name is called. Um, but yeah, I guess they are of the crust. Are they of the crustacean? I need to look up and see exactly which family they're in. But we've also had like intermittent storms today. Power went out earlier, and yes, I am glad that your gremlin is feeling better because yeah. Okay, see, I was wondering because when I streamed Monday, like I had some slight issues, and then like I said, EKC had some issues, and I don't know if anyone else was, but now you're saying Claire did too. It's like it's just been a day, and even a mouse has a bad day every once in a while. Like normally, like most of the stuff that happens to me is just irritating, but today has just been like one of those days. Uh, like luckily I didn't slap anyone today, and that was a good day. So that was a good thing that I didn't do that. Like just when you're irritable, that's how I am today, and it'll get better. You know, so you know what? I think Juju's right. It's all the aliens cahoots. So thank you everyone for liking the live stream. I appreciate that. Oh man, but yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna set up I'm gonna set up a bottle for the photoalgae to start growing the algae. Um, I'm gonna transfer the little rock in with their little respective sea monkeys into their new much smaller home tomorrow. Get the aquarium cleaned out, restart that. I'm gonna go get some sand instead of gravel tomorrow too. Um, I have to hit Home Depot and get some keys made, so I just figured, go get some pool sand or pool filter sand. That's what I meant. Well, it's not exactly negative sea monkey information. It's just like, it's kind of like, man, imagine if like you had all the information to actually do it correctly. And like that's my goal now is to actually start this project and show, okay, here's what I did wrong. Okay, let's not do this. And now here's where you actually want to start. So and it sucks because again, I picked the wrong time of year to do this. I know I did. Because guess what's supposed to happen in the next day or two? Another cold snap. It's like I can't get a break.
That, you know what, I did think about that too. I think I should have also kept them in the much um smaller tank until they were bigger, and that's why I want to get them out of that big tank before the rest of them die off, because I can really save the ones that I've got left. And um yeah, and I'm just glad that I caught like everything that was going on, like it clicked all in my head too, before I just checked one day and nothing was in there. Because I really would have been sad. I would have been crying. I'd have been like, it didn't work. Why? But like I said, I think I've got it figured out now. And also, um, oh my goodness, see, yeah, and that's what they were talking about. We're gonna have like cold weather and snow, and uh, yeah, and that was something else I was noticing on all these aquarium videos I had just started watching about the fry, and everything, because I've also been considering doing the killifish and getting the little eggs and spawning them, not spawning them, but hatching them myself. And I was like, okay, like what do they need to for me to be able to do that? And I noticed that everyone did keep them in much smaller aquariums, and I can see now why that one, the starter tank that I did initially have them in, the little square beta tank that they called it, which a beta should never live in something that small. But um, you know, I see the upside of having something so small, and then being able to move like a fish or a little fry into that when you need to. And um so now that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna slow down. Um Ooh, Cool Whip containers. I have a ton of those. Um we have a whole thing about Watergate salad over Christmas, and my kids love that stuff, and you have to use Cool Whip to make it. So I have a ton of Cool Whip containers. So I will totally be hanging on to those definitely. Then I usually use some of those to start seedlings, that and yogurt containers, and like now I'm like taking a step back and I'm like, man, I was gonna start my seeds, and do I do that now? Do I wait? Last year what just threw me off, and now this year with the whole weather going up and down and back and forth, it's like what do you do? So oh, and I was looking at the little pygmy cories the other night too, and I was like, man, I kind of want some of those now. Those are cute. I was like, they're good for keeping tanks clean, where the plecos are just not so great for your tanks. So um and it's finally stopped. Hey Sean. But yeah, I'm just ready to you know fix where I've messed up, and hopefully save the day here. And I keep checking them, and like every morning it's like, okay, well, I see those guys, and there's that one, and they are getting bigger, they are eating, and awesome, yay. um yeah, and I was gonna go get the silicone to reseal the tanks today, but our power went out. It was cold, it was rainy. I was just not in the mood for getting out. My knee was like, yeah, no, not today. Not today. We'll go tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a busy running around day to go get some um stuff done. That's what I was thinking is, maybe there was a fight to to see who's gonna be the stronger guys, and they had to fight for their food. Oh no. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. That's silly because I remember that episode now too. Hey, AC. I was just thinking about you and uh everything about the brine shrimp too. So I'm gonna when I set the thing. Okay. So my biggest problem is, where does it even start here to catch AC up? So I don't have algae, and I think my shrimp are really um, suffering because of it. And I think I have them in way too large of a container. And um, so I'm gonna show how to set up a way to grow everything I've seen on how to grow your own algae, and kind of like a photoplankton kind of situation, but I don't have any plankton, so it's just going to be algae. Um, so that way, once you actually have them a little bigger, yeah, they are very hangry at me, and I think that's been the biggest problem, and that and yeah, the light is really mocking them. They're like, they're supposed to be food. There's no food. Yeah, if Grace and Mrs. C hadn't told me about Bitmoji, I'd have been like paying someone to make mine, because I was seriously like, how do I do this? Like, okay. And I know I've got some, like I said, I've got some out in buckets out yard where I collect rainwater for my plants. So um I was just gonna go scoop a little out of there and throw it in my 2 liter bottle. Um and actually start like two of them at the same time, one with some and one without, and see how the how fast each grow. Yep. I've been like killing it with Canva. Like, I've been having fun with that one. Um yeah, it's like I heard someone was using it, and then I heard y'all were using it, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to check this out. And yeah, I've just been going crazy with it. That's I even told Juju that. I was like, if I can figure out how to use Canva, then anyone can, because I technology and me are like, no. Like, I never learned how to program a VCR either. So, but the coolest thing was when I learned how to grab a picture off the internet and then remove the background, because the little sea monkey I have in tonight's thumbnail, I pulled that um off the Google image search, and just threw that in there. I was like, man, if I can do that, anyone can. That was the hardest thing that I had going on with mine was like figuring out how to drop the music. And um uh because I was at first I was trying to do it on my phone because my phone's like way easier for me to use, and then I went to my laptop, and that's where I was able to actually download the music from the YouTube library, creator library, and then put it into Canva and add it to my intro. Yeah, and my kids, they sent me like all these other um softwares, like software things that they were using, but it's actually for them to draw out their own images and then put it into like thumbnails and banners and stuff. And I'm like, I can't do that. I was like, I can't draw a stick figure. It's like, I can't do this on my, I was like, I don't know how to import stuff into this. And it wasn't easy. It didn't tell you where to do it or how to do it. And with Canva, it's kind of like laid out, like, here's your backgrounds, here's your text, here's your, it's really freaking easy. And so that's why I was telling Juju, I think that she would like Canva because it's got, you've got templates laid out and you can customize them the way you want them. And then they already have like images, like an image library. And if you don't want to go and pull something, they've got a lot to choose from. And there's most times where I don't pull anything out of anywhere else but Canva to use. So yes, as soon as you yes, as soon as you get your video, AC, I am down for watching that. Oh, and but in Canva it's got the banner dimensions in there, and I think there was only one time I had an issue with that, and it was because I accidentally changed them myself. Um yeah, it only took me about 5 hours to make my banner. And that was because I made two and I scrapped the first one. So, but yeah, tomorrow I should have a couple of shorts up on setting up the algae setup, the ones that I have found on other channels that have worked well for them, and I'm gonna try that. And the craziest thing is the the ones that I found that have worked like the best for like do it yourself situations. Uh, were not for aquariums. They were for another. They wanted to use the algae for other reasons. So I'm like, you're going to use it for that, but I'm going to use it for this. So We are going to make that banner happen. That banner is going to be a thing that happens. When I was making the mission video where I actually set the bag and the chips on fire, that was like the first actual video I made, like, you know, that I actually focused on making for YouTube. What you can probably see in that video is that I burnt the side of my thumb really bad, but I didn't feel it until after the fact. Because while I was holding that lighter halfway over trying to light the bag or chip or whatever on fire, um, it was like the flame was blowing on my thumb and my hand was numb at the time, so I didn't feel it. I was like, I don't know if that's good or bad. You know, it's like, well, at least I didn't, you know, start screaming in the video that I was burning myself because I was an idiot, but at the same time. Oh, fish nerd. Well, you know what? If you send me the fish, I will film them. I'm just kidding. I really thought YouTube was going to be a lot harder. I really thought YouTube was going to be a lot harder it than it was, and I am learning now that it's really, if you can find the right resources, you can, you know, you can do anything. That's funny, Crystal. Yeah, I'm kind of silly sometimes, and I'll probably this summer be making a lot more videos that are going to be even probably worse than that. So my husband afterwards, he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be all right. You have any burn spray?" I also told her I'd do all her graphics for her. I was like, I'll set them up. Yeah, I want to know what happens then. Does the channel implode? Yeah, like I have made some um like weird decisions on my YouTube. Like I didn't realize that I had signed mine up to be a branded channel. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know if I can change it. It is what it is. So um I kind of mentioned it. I was like, you know, I can make you a banner or I can make you a thumbnail. You know, if you need, if you want, I can make all the graphical stuff. You know, it's like I don't mind. Hey Deb, how you doing? Yeah, you may have. So yeah, but oh, I need to go bug Teresa. I haven't talked to her in a few days. I think a week. I've been too focused on the sea monkeys. I need to, you know, like I said, I got to slow down. I got to slow my roll. I'm getting too ahead of myself here, y'all. And I really want to get that 10 gallon and my 20 gallon resealed because I found the 2 pumps that I have for them. So, I'm going to get some plants going in one of those and see what I got. See what they have at the local Petco tomorrow. Oh, well, see, Deb, I kind of went a little too fast and moved them into too big of a enclosure, like too big of a setup before I should have. I should have kept them in something smaller, and they don't have enough food, and the tank isn't growing algae as quickly as it should, or as quickly as I need it to, because algae is going to grow at the pace it's going to grow. So I pretty much have to start an actual culture of algae to grow for them. I need to get them in a smaller enclosure, and I need to clean out the tank and start that over too. So I've got some stuff coming in the morning, and as soon as it gets here, I can get them out of the tank and move them back into their small enclosure. And then from there, I can clean the tank out, get the gravel out, and put some sand in there, and that way they won't get hidden or stuck in the rocks. It's kind of like a sourdough starter. It really is. I know. I need to go. I gotta go source the algae. Oh, give the gremlin a big hug for me. Poor little sick kiddo. I hate when my kids get sick because they're just, always so don't feel good. It's just like, oh. Yeah, the UFOs, man. All of them coming to get us. And between the UFOs over Alaska, and then that ended up being a weather balloon, and the Chinese weather balloon that ended up not being a Chinese weather balloon. That's what I'm thinking, because man, mine got sick, and then yours got sick. Mine are starting to feel better now, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, if you don't know what it is an unidentified flying object. If you don't know that it's a weather balloon and you can't tell that it's a weather balloon, it is a UFO. It doesn't matter if there's an alien in it or not. Come on. Yes, it does. It implies unknown. And it's going to be a UFO until I'm old. Wait, I'm already old. Never mind. I'm not that old. I'm oldish. There we go. Oh. Yeah, that is very true. That's what it becomes when they pull the trigger. It's not a flying object anymore. I get confused after I stream, and then okay, so I'm streaming, right, and I'm using the little StreamYard chat thingy to watch your guys' comments, right? So I'm like, do 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 do, and then I go into a regular YouTube chat, and I'm like, why does everything look so different? Come on. You know why? You're not streaming anymore. That's why. My lack of sleep has also caused me to be kind of ditzy here. Like, I'm a little, lot scatterbrained lately. There we go. That's what I'm saying. No, but I would have loved to have watched that one. It's like, why didn't I get that one? I think I know why. I think I know why I'm not getting a lot of the notifications for things. And it's because I'm not using my other name anymore. So, oh, it was new. Oh, see, now I've got to go look for that. But yeah, like, it's just weird that, like, I'll be like, I didn't see any of this stuff. And then I remembered, well, it's only been like 2 months since you stopped using your other channel. So, like I said, it's still there. If anything happens, I can still access it. So I might change the name on it to something else too, but I don't know. Oh. Oh, and last night, y'all, I could have kicked my own butt. Like, okay, so it's about 8 p.m. and me and my husband, we're like watching a movie, right? Because we don't really celebrate the whole Valentine's Day thing. We have too much going on, like leading up to Valentine's Day. Um, and he was trying to explain this to like one of his coworkers because it starts in August with our one kiddo's birthday. And then September is his birthday. October is my other kiddo's birthday. And then, you have the holidays. I have my granddaughter's birthday right after Christmas. Then I have my birthday. And then we have our wedding. Well, before my birthday, we have our wedding anniversary. So, like, by that time, we've already gifted ourselves to death. Okay. We've gifted, we've traveled, we've gone to see family. At this point, we're tired. Like, we want a break. So we wait till March, sometimes April, depending on what's going on. And then he takes time off and we go take a trip. So like this year I'm hoping that we can get a hold of an RV and go hit a another state park. Did I leave? Oh no. Can y'all hear me? Huh? Did I what? Can y'all hear me? Oh, that's weird. See, this is what's been going on earlier. Like I froze up. And hang on, let me pull my phone up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. But yeah. I'm hoping to go to a state park and steal some minnows from a lake. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. But I'm going to do that. So, all right, y'all. Well, yep. Last night I went to sleep at 8. And I woke up at 1 and I was awake. And I was awake all night. So, eh. Oh no. Okay, well then I'm not going to do that. I will not collect the wild fish. Okay, y'all. All right, my stuff is getting all wonky again. I think it's my internet tonight because it's like I keep dropping off my Wi-Fi thing here. I don't know what's going on, but I will have to check that out. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, y'all, and I will have some videos up tomorrow on how to set up a algae container growing kit thing. I don't know. I'll figure out what it's called. But that'll be up tomorrow at some point, probably by tomorrow evening. But y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe, and I will see y'all Sunday. All right. Oh, and tomorrow, shenanigans. Is it it's Valentine's date stories? I forgot, I did not look yet. I'm sorry. But tomorrow night, shenanigans. I'll be there. And in the chat, just hanging out. So I'll see y'all all then. Bye.